Welcome once again to another edition of Entrepreneurs in Fuego, documenting your journey, one digital footprint at a time. We came up with that slogan, which I think is pretty good because today we have Harlan Robinson, have one on .me, right?
Yeah.
That's such a cool name, man. Harlan, how you doing, man? How you doing? How's it going?
I'm doing good.
You're a wonderful entrepreneur. Tell us a little bit more about what you do.
Well, I came up with the idea of have one on me when I tried to send my cousin a fifth of Jack Daniels, and I spent,
wait, a fifth of Jack Daniels?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a liter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went to the grocery store and I ended up burning up about 5 or 6 hours on a Saturday afternoon by going to get packaging. Just standing in line at the post office. I mean, it was in Marlborough, Massachusetts, so the line was literally, 50 or 60 feet long. So I was there at least an hour and a half. Then I had to go to, they didn't have any peanuts, so I had to leave and go to another store, and it's just traffic and everything.
So were you sending kind of a care package for your cousin?
Yeah, it was his birthday.
It's his birthday, so
yeah.
You're sending him peanuts, you're sending him a little care package, and the fifth of Jack Daniels.
Well, I meant the packing peanuts so it wouldn't be damaged.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Oh, all right. I got you.
Yeah, the foam ones. And so I said, you know what? Why can't I isn't there an app for this, right? I went to so when I didn't find an app.
An app where you could just go to the app and do what exactly?
Send someone a drink or buy them dinner from the app. So you could either send it to them and they can go anywhere, or you could send it to them and they go to a specific place.
That's clever. So that's how they have one on .me.
Have one on me.
Okay, got it.
Right.
So all right. So what happened? So now you're all frustrated, and what do you do next?
Well, it dawns on me. The last time I went looking for something that I didn't find, I'm thinking, this is a problem that needs solving.
All right.
So how many other people have my problem?
Right.
So if this doesn't exist in the App Store, then why don't I create it?
And it didn't exist. So
it didn't exist at the time.
Did you think of yourself as an entrepreneur at the time, or somebody that just had this problem that maybe you wanted to address?
Well, I was an entrepreneur because I've been building computer networks for over 10 years
on
my own.
All right.
So I had another business.
Oh, okay. So you had that background as an entrepreneur, but now by happenstance you find this problem. You want to send your cousin a fifth of Jack Daniels, and there's no app where you can just do it from your house.
Right. So that led me down the road to teaching myself how to build a prototype, trying to figure out.
You taught yourself how to do this?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I had a background in technology, but more so hardware.
Okay. Gotcha.
I could build computer networks, but I wasn't actually writing software to actually run on tablets and cell phones.
Okay.
So I taught myself how to use this prototyping software.
How long ago was this?
This was 2 years ago.
Okay.
So I taught myself how to build this prototype, and then I started giving it to people. I started at the barber shop. I literally camped out there all day and told the barbers that I would be here all day, and everybody that was in the chair, I made them play with it just to get their reaction,
right.
Because I hadn't spent any money really at that point. So I'm hunting for a reason to shut this down and move on.
Right.
I'm trying to invalidate my assumptions.
At the end of the day, what was the reaction?
Everybody loved it. They were just like, wow, this is cool. Wow, I need this.
And so that gives you an incentive to
push forward.
To push forward. And to say, I think I'm onto something.
I think I'm onto something, exactly.
What happened next?
Well, then I went to there's this thing called Startup Weekend.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Here in Phoenix.
They're national.
They're national, right. I'm sorry,
right.
you were out of town.
Right.
Okay.
So I did Startup Weekend in Boston at the, it's right across the street from the Microsoft Nerd Center in Cambridge.
Okay.
And so we did very well. They pulled me to the side and they said, hey, if this hadn't have been a themed Startup Weekend, you guys probably would have won, because we weren't using sensors. The sensors in the phones, like the accelerometer,
right.
the ambient light sensors and things like that. We weren't using that for the app.
Whatever that means.
Yeah.
But anyway. All right, your user says you don't work, but it sounds to me like it's a pretty fun app.
Right.
And so they put you aside and they say, I think you're onto something really big over here.
Right.
What happens next?
I started getting calls after it was over. Well, we were voted like the people's favorite, right?
That's so cool,
but we didn't actually win. So then that gave me the impetus. Okay, let me try to form a team, right? And guy I had met on the internet. He said he was going to be my chief technical officer. So he has a PhD in computer science, and so I kind of teamed up with him to try and see how we could build this thing.
Well, first you have to vet this guy, right? I mean, he says that he could be anything on the internet, and you know how that goes.
Well,
did he turn out to be everything that you hope, or what he said was going to be?
No,
Okay.
he didn't. But I kind of follow my intuition.
Right.
He had been brought into my life an entire year before that. Because he was looking for someone to help. He was looking for a business person to help him with his idea. And so I got, we had lunch a couple times, and I did a brain dump because I was in education, and he was trying to build an app for education.
So let's fast forward. So now, somehow or another, you put together a team. However you put together the team, and where are you now with that idea?
I had to scrap that team. And now I'm at the point where I'm going to have to build it myself, because I've had some legal troubles, which again was another push me forward, because that let me know how valuable other people thought just the idea was.
All right, so
I've had intellectual property issues.
Gotcha. So, as an entrepreneur, what has that taught you so far? What lessons have you learned from a very good idea that you had? From this stance, from that very good idea, what kind of lessons have you learned so far?
Boy, when somebody is trying to, I don't know, hate on you, or they get jealous, or they hire professionals to investigate you, that kind of lets you know you got a winner. So that's made me push forward. It's like, if you push me, I push back, and the amount of resistance that you meet should inform you of what you should do next. Got
it. And so, as an entrepreneur, this is definitely not the first obstacle that you face.
No.
But so has this experience given you the impetus to go forward with more courage and with more determination?
Yes, it has. But each thing that I had to overcome,
yes,
pushed me further, and it gave me more confidence to keep going. And some of those obstacles that I got over, they're not gone. They're going to come back, but they're going to be bigger this time.
Got it.
So
what happens? Have you ever crossed your mind where this is really not worth it? Maybe I should just go back and doing something a little bit more safe. Has that crossed your mind?
Yes, it has.
How do you deal with it?
I can't live with regrets. I don't know how to say it. There have been many times in life where I've wanted to quit. I don't think it's in me. I remember getting beat up as a kid and then not wanting to go that way, the next day. But I did. I probably shouldn't have, but running or that's just not in me.
You're in the entrepreneurship life. You're at that stage where you're still trying to overcome a lot of obstacles, trying to overcome whatever comes your way, right? Mm-hmm. And you're dealing with it very gracefully, and at the same time, your advice for people who are doing a project or have a product or so. What advice would it be? What would you recommend? What would you say to people?
Prepare yourself as much as possible to
Things do fly around here, man. I'm telling you right now, I got to be careful. That was really a hard throw. So go ahead, say that again.
prepare yourself as much as possible to deal with the problems and the adversaries that you can't find yet or you can't see yet, because they are coming, and you need to be prepared. You need to prepare your family. You need to be prepared to lose everything.
But you have determination.
Yeah, well, when you lose everything, you realize that you have all that you need, which is you.
You got the passion.
Yes.
Where'd you get the passion from?
I don't know.
But when you find out, you're gonna have to come back and tell us, my man.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna chronicle your journey. All right. So in a year or 2 years or whatever, we're gonna come back to you and find out where you are.
Okay.
And how you've dealt with all these obstacles that you're going through. And then you're gonna tell us, man, hey, it's going well.
I hope so.
Man, I appreciate it.
Okay.
We're out. Oh, I keep forgetting. What it is? Is it my age now that I'm forgetting things? I have to be reminded to give you this gift. You saw this thing flying in?
Yeah, I was.
This is a t-shirt for you, man.
Okay.
It's called the Office Pile t-shirt. Look, we got a little calavera there. We're all about local artists and everything else. And they just reminded me, we got to give you this t-shirt.
Thank you.
There you go, man. I appreciate it. So now we're real out.